I know it's Tuesday. I know we rolled the counter. I swear I'm going to get that season 2 intro video up. I promise, guys. But it's Tuesday. For those of you who are not overwatching Healthy Bearded, hi, how you doing? There are other channels out there, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, guys, tonight is a treat for me. It's not that it was just New Knife Day, and we'll get a review on that one soon. We have somebody on the show tonight that I've been wanting to get on here for a while. And he brings a hell of a story with him, especially in light of certain things. But before we get to, crap, I pointed the right way. Before we get to these wonderful people, we're going to do the roll call real quick. Summer Chef Eric getting first. Love you, my brother. Always in here supportive. Joshua Ricks, how are you, King Ginger? Vato, mi amigo. Beard of the North, dude. Get back in lockup. No one cares about you. Hey, Iron Wings, how are you, my brother? All right. See, quick, but still. Now, when I invited Casey on, he kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit. I was like, dude, just tell me no, it's okay. But he hinted at something that was coming that was life-changing. So before we get that, I want you guys, elevator pitch time. Introduce yourselves to the world.
I am Casey. You all know me as Buschy Beard. I am 40 years old. We are right here in the middle of South Dakota. I own a gas station, which I helped my mom run for several years before she passed from cancer a few years ago. And I basically took it over from her, and we've been running that for the last few years together, me and Chas. And this is my wife, Chastity.
Hello.
Everyone. So we opened a business out in Sioux Falls. I lived in Sioux Falls for a while. I opened a couple businesses out there. So thanks, Vato. I have a lot of business experience. I went to business school. And earlier on this year, let's throw it into last year. Maybe a little bit before that even. I was going through a little slump in life. We all have those times. And I wanted to find something to help bring some more positivity and bring more growth into my life rather than what I was doing at the time. And so I found the beard community, which we all know can be a very positive experience for lots of people out there. And so I started getting to know all these amazing people in the community, and I decided to start my own channel, which was the Bearded Regard. So I started the Bearded Regard with two other amazing people from the community, Gentleman Prime and the Bearded Beanie. And we did that for a while. I got to know some really awesome, like I said, members in this community and some great company owners. And it just kind of went from there. So.
Okay, so if that was your elevator pitch, you got to work on that because, dude, wow, really?
That was a long elevator, right?
Yeah, right? Well, that's kind of how I found you was the Regard. You guys turned that into basically the Justice League. It was like everybody and their mother came on there, and you guys made an incredible show. And yeah, exactly. Like Beard and North was saying, it was a really, really fun show. Not saying it can't be again with other people taking it over, but I know you're part of Creation Station at points with some other amazing people.
Yep.
And it just seems to me like you're one of those guys that wherever you go, success follows. Now, I know that's not a gift from the gods. If it is, we're going to talk after. But I know it's like a lot of hard work that you put into things.
You want to say hi?
Come here and say hi.
Come here. You can't? Are you too shy? Okay, he's ducking out. He's kind of like his mom and dad. We're a little nervous before we got on here too, so.
Yeah, won't lie, they were, but they're fine now. Chastity actually talks, okay?
We'll get there.
See, that's twice. We're doing it. Like I said, you put in a lot
where
of work
I go everywhere
before you do things. Like the Regard, your deep dive on Instagram.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that. So is this a result of like you're just one of the luckiest sons out there, or is this hard work?
I don't know. I would disagree with that. If you say everywhere I go success follows, it doesn't feel that way. I do put in a lot of work. I do try to put in a lot of work. Everything you do in life, you got to put in the work for it, or else what are you doing it for? I mean, if you're not working hard at what you want, do you really want it? I guess it would be a good saying.
I agree. Now, we're going to address a certain elephant in the room, okay? We got to know, and we joked about this during the green room. So when you bought into Copper Johns, was it like Shark Tank? Was there Tyson and Candace sitting there? They made you go through the doors. You had the announcer talking.
No.
You know, what was that? How can I put this? What was that thought process that got into your head that you went, I want to own part of that?
Well, the first thing that came about is I opened my own company selling beard product for a while. I did that for 3 or 4 months. I had some money invested into that company, and I thought, you know, I can work hard to make this a successful business, or I can take the opportunity to ask a very good friend that I've made if I could join him and just help him finish the goals that he, or the process that he's in right now, and where he wants to go. And so I just took it upon myself to throw that out there. And I asked Tyson, and we did a lot of talking back and forth. It was quite a few months of us talking back and forth and conversations. And, you know, we were talking every day. So a little bit of that Shark Tank experience with just, you know, I wanted to show him how much I felt for what he's doing and for the company, and how much I believe in what he's doing and in his company. And so there was a little bit of that. I had to kind of pitch myself and of course, you know, but really, I mean, like I said, a lot of it just kind of worked out. The timing of a lot of this stuff worked out perfect, where it was just like, this is meant to be. So.
Okay. So you mentioned you were selling your own products.
Yeah.
It had to be like Charlie going into the chocolate factory when you went into like Tyson's shop and you were like, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never experienced anything like that before. I mean, Tyson runs such a clean operation. I wasn't expecting that. From the experience I've seen with a lot of people that start making products out there.
Knew it.
Oh, are we locked up, Chris?
Okay, you're back. You're back. I got you back.
Okay.
No, we're back. All right.
Okay.
So, hi, Mr. Arm.
That's my son. Come here.
Come say hi.
Now you have to say hi. Since you were in, you have to say hi.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
That's Blaze.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
All right, so let's back that up, because like I said, I started going on something that I don't know if it's like the internet that just stopped me from being stupid, but so you were selling your own products. You walked into his lab, and it's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. So you must have been like, oh my God, this on this level? Oh yes, we're gonna do, you know, amazing work.
And I wasn't making products, so I didn't see. I was actually buying and selling other people's products. So
okay.
But you know, I never imagined like the process that Tyson goes through and what his lab would be like, pristine. I mean, talk about, you see a lot of companies come out and you kind of wonder how their products are being made and what kind of attention they're taking to the quality of the products. And I was blown away by Tyson's lab. He's got such a clean, efficient lab that he works in that it made sense. When seeing him in his operation, it was like, oh yeah, I want to do this. So
okay, so Chastity, this one's for you. It's going to be a layup, I promise. This is the only way I can phrase it. When he brought you that idea of buying into Copper Johns,
Mhm.
Were you like, are you an idiot?
No.
Or like, were you like,
I was
really-
all in. I was all in because everything that I tried of Copper John's I just loved. So the products are great and they speak for themselves. And so it was perfect. I was ready. Hmm.
Thank you, Donald. And we were talking about this before the live started. Chas is 100% in with most everything I do.
Yeah.
She's definitely been by my side through thick
Don't worry about it.
through thick and thin for years. How long have we been together? Has it been
Like 13.
13 years? Yeah.
13,
Okay,
maybe
first
14.
of all, I love that. You go, how long have we been together? Her eyes roll, and you hear 13.
Yeah.
Like, oh dear God, this looks like dog years or what? Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, that was
okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
So okay, what was it like working your first craft show?
That's me in my element right there. I'm a nervous person with people I know. People that know me will know that, but I get very nervous around people that I know, and that why, I have no idea. But when I'm around people that I don't know, it's like that's where I'm in my element. I can go out, and especially talking about something I love, which is these, all natural products, and of course Copper John's. I was just in my element. It was amazing meeting so many good people out there. Salt Lake City's beautiful. Utah is beautiful. So not only the show, but just being there was a wonderful experience. So
See, once again, don't pay attention. So, okay, I think that's cool, especially seeing how, in my opinion, to me, as a company owner, Tyson did everything right before he rolled out his products. He got in people's live streams. He had bets like with Beard Code about steaks.
Yep.
And I will give that man credit. When something didn't work, he pulled it, reformulated everything, and I could tell the moment I tried it, because my first ever purchase from him was Backwoods Coffee.
Okay.
And then the next thing I got, I think, was Bluegrass Trails or Last Cast. I can't remember which one, but I've got them both.
Okay.
And the moment I tried it, I was like, this is so different. It's still great, but you could tell the difference.
Yep. And I wasn't there in the beginning, so I don't know. I don't know exactly how everything was working in the beginning, but I know Tyson did do a kind of a reformulation on some stuff right away, and ever since then, I think the first products I tried from Tyson was after that reformulation. So
the first one wasn't bad, but there was just an issue, and we're not going to go too far into that.
Okay.
Because it's done, it's gone.
Yep.
He saw the issue, he changed the issue, overcame it, and started going forward.
Yep.
And this is a good question, because I was actually going to go there, Vato, but there we go. Did you think of any other company that you wanted to invest in, or why did you settle on Copper John's?
There's several other companies out there that are great companies. And making this decision, I hope it didn't affect anyone negatively. That's not what I was trying to do with this at all. But yeah, there's several amazing companies out there, and some really great people running these companies. And so there are a lot of other companies that, I like the business sense, but really what brought me to Copper John's was Tyson. Tyson is the main reason that I'm here, I guess. So would I choose someone else? No, definitely not over Copper John's, because just the relationship I've built with Tyson. And like you said, Tyson's the kind of person that he'll take in the feedback, and he'll either work on whatever he's doing and try to make it better, or that's the kind of people that I like to associate with or deal with. You know what I mean? So Tyson's the reason I'm with Copper John's right now. So
see, I can easily see that, just because of my interactions with him. And this is the only way I can phrase it. He has this presence.
Yeah.
it's like he just draws you in.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, I get it. You know, it's like, yes.
And such a educated mind. I mean, he is so smart.
Dude, like talking to him, I'm like, okay, so you're painting the Sistine Chapel this weekend. What the hell are you doing talking to me? I'm a hairy-handed ogre. You know?
Yeah, Tyson's got the time for anyone too. He is such an awesome guy and a wonderful father. If there's, I mean, anyone to look up to be a little better father, I guess that would be Tyson for me too. So all around, just a great guy and a great partner to have.
Okay, now that you've gotten the complimentary kisses butt stuff out of the way, did he pay you for those shameless little plugs or what?
No. That's all coming from my heart. So
nice. Now let's get a little bit more into you two. How did you guys meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Well, we grew up in the same town, went to the same school. So we've always really known of each other.
Yeah. She had a big crush on me, and then so she had to come following after. No response. Nothing.
Did you catch that?
No.
She just
No.
flat.
Denied.
It just happened. It
just happened. It was timing. I think timing was right with that too.
Mm-hmm.
We were hanging out at the same house one night, and I guess it just kind of one thing led to another, and we hung out a lot more. And you fulfill me, so it just makes sense.
Sorry, I'm going into a diabetic shock here, but keep going.
Sorry if that got a little smooshy. But.
No, she's sitting right there, so
Yeah.
you know.
We work really well together.
And
We really do.
with the businesses, we're actually connected together, as you can see. So, but with the businesses, she helped me with both of my other businesses in Sioux Falls, and we work well together.
We make a good team.
We make a good team. We don't always get along, of course, but that's part of a good team.
Well,
you're not always going to get along, but if you can get by those bad times and get better because of it, that's the goal.
Sleeping on the couch.
No relationship is perfect.
That's because
for
of
anybody.
him. So.
Oh, amen, sister. Amen to that.
Yeah, nothing. No one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's a real oddball question for you. Now that technically you are an owner, does it feel weird doing lives like Creation Station as an owner?
I've only done one on Creation Station as an owner, and that was with Tyson. So I felt comfortable there. I will say doing this one was a little different because not only am I trying to represent for us and whatever, but I've got a company to represent for now too. So I got to be a little more professional, or try to be. I still want to be me, because that's both me and Tyson. That's who we want to be with the company. Is we want to be us, and we want to eventually release some content that is so you guys can see us and get to know us more. Because I was talking to Chris before the live stream on this, and there's so many people out there I've gotten to know so well, and I've never met them in person. And it's all over live stream. It's all over videos, just watching them, and you get to know the person that way. So we're going to start releasing some more content so that you guys can get into our lives a little bit more.
See, I think that would be cool, because there's another veteran-owned men's grooming company that I support fully. Not going to mention their name because it's about Copper Johns tonight. But they on their Instagram have been releasing like meet the team. And that day will all be about somebody in the packing department, or somebody over here in customer service, or here's the vice president. So I think that would be really cool. Yeah. Because while we know you from your videos, we know Tyson, it's just something different, like a behind the scenes look, know, like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain. You get to know where your product's coming from. And I think in this day and age, it's good to know where your good to know where you're buying your product from, where it's coming from, how it's being made, to know a little more of the backstory of your product is important. I mean, I'm going to pick my words very carefully here. There have been a rash of new companies popping up. While I am not against anybody drop shipping product, make your money, do what you have to do, but be truthful about it.
Yeah.
Always be truthful. And that's one of the things that has always kept me coming back. Granted, I haven't spent a lot there because I've got so much to review, and my grooming budget is like this now. Now that I know the better half's home, I can't talk about the knife budget.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Yeah, but it just keeps me coming back because I know he's got a good family. I know he busts his ass. I know if something's wrong, he's going to make it right.
Yep.
You're not gonna, okay, let me go through customer service. Let me figure out a claim. Let me figure out this.
Yep.
Let me figure out that. And this is what I think is unparalleled about the men's grooming industry. Overall, you can pick up your smart device, go to Instagram and go, this didn't work. This blows.
Yep.
And you're going to get a response probably that day.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby said it. Kill that like button, please. It's only going to help the algorithm. Yes, like I said, I didn't sleep well last night, so still.
And I can't see all the comments here because what I have my video stand here is blocking the comments. So I'm sorry, guys, if I'm missing something.
Nice. Okay. How can I phrase this? So I know you're in the honeymoon period right now. What is one of the things with Copper Johns that he's given you leeway on, if you're allowed to talk about it, and run with it?
Yeah, I just started a Facebook community for Copper Johns. We just opened that up. It's called the Copper Johns Beard Community, and it's on Facebook. And go on over and check it out. We talk about outdoor theme stuff. We talk about fishing, hunting, all that kind of what the brand represents in itself is what we like to highlight in the community. And obviously we'll talk about Copper Johns products in there as well. But he let me run with that. And then a lot of, I've helped him with a lot of just nailing down a lot of the things that he had in the back burner that I helped him get done. And we're right on the grasp of something big. I can feel it. So,
well, I've been, how can I put this? I have been watching him build and watching him build and watching him build.
Yep.
From the guy who just pops in a live feed to go, hey, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
To, like I said, doing his challenges, doing his stuff, rolling stuff out, had a slight setback, didn't know if he'd be moving forward, and now look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in GQ as one of the top men's grooming companies.
Yeah.
So I think that's phenomenal for a company that just hit its 1 year mark?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in June, I think, July. Yep.
Yeah, so God, this is going to sound like I'm kissing your ass, and I'm not. I think bringing you on board is going to be great for that company because I think you guys are going to balance each other perfectly.
Well, thank you.
I really do.
Me and Tyson, like I said, since I approached him with this, we've talked almost daily, and we're a lot alike. And a lot of times business partners that are like too much alike don't work out. But
right.
Me and Tyson think about things differently. He worries or thinks about different things than I might worry or think about internally as far as that goes. It works out perfect because we are so much alike that we get along so well. I mean, I just went down and I got to know him on live streams and stuff before, but I went down to Utah and it was like, I just jumped in his car and it was like, oh, hey, buddy, it was like nothing. Like it was the first time we met and we didn't even shake hands or, I mean, it was like, hey, what's up? Just another day kind of thing. So
nice.
It works out really well that way. And that, like I said, that I kind of worry about some different things than he worries about internally. So I think you're right. I think it's going to work really well. And I thank you for saying that, Chris.
So, Chastity, here's another one for you. How do you help balance him out when he's having a stressful day?
Oh, man. I don't even know how to answer that.
My rock.
Mm-hmm.
She is. She really is. How do you balance me out if I'm having a bad day? Okay, maybe I'll answer this one.
Yeah.
She is more than willing.
Family friendly.
She is more than willing to sit down and talk with me on things and talk things over and work things out. A lot of times you might have a partner or find someone that doesn't want to talk about things when you're having issues, and just talking can help a lot of people. That's why these live streams are awesome. You don't have to worry about the person sitting right in front of you. You're just talking about things.
Yep.
And a lot of things seem to get worked out more maybe that way than not talking about. So she's awesome about talking with me about issues that we might be having or that I might be having.
Okay. She said like 10 words all night. So no offense, the cheap joke. She talks.
She does. Yes.
Occasionally.
11. There we go. We're going to set a record tonight. Bono's got a question for you, bro. He says, is the regard cave no more?
As of right now, it's not. From the response that I got from the regard, I would love to maybe try something else, and I might do that in a different way. But I might ask a few people if they would want to maybe take that on, because I know there was a lot of people out there that benefited from that. There was a lot of people we brought on screen that never been on screen before and just loved the fact that we were able to get them up there and get more comfortable. That's what the regard was about, was just because that's why I did it, was so I could get up on screen and get to know you guys even better than I was watching in the chat, and be more comfortable on screen, because this is something that I wanted to do, but I never felt comfortable doing it. Once you start doing something over and over, it becomes a part of you. So,
and there's so much truth to that.
Yeah.
Because like my first live streams were so pitiful. Cringy. Yeah. I mean, just ew. But like when you do them, you get in that flow, you get things, you figure out what's working, what's not working, and it's okay to go out and borrow from other people. Because I've already said publicly, when I first started doing my men's grooming content videos, I stole from Mo, I stole from Scott, I stole from Dan C.
Yeah.
And I took things I like and made them mine. You're
going to see what you like, and you're going to want to work with that. That only makes sense. Why, if you're watching someone and you can't stand their content, why would you try to take something from them? You're going to take the content from the people that you look up to and respect, and not take it. I shouldn't say that, but just learn from it, because every day is a learning experience. If you're not out trying to learn something new every day, then you're not progressing with life, really. I mean, I think
we'll get to this in a moment, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
An old boss of mine told me every day, teach, coach, train. If you're not doing one of those three, you've wasted 24 hours of your life.
100%. Yep.
And I guess Votto wants to know, was the boss lady always okay with the beard?
Be nice.
Be nice. Casey's always had some type of facial hair. It is a little longer now than it was when we first got together, but yeah, it looks good.
That's all I get is, it looks good.
You told me to be nice.
She went, it looks good.
It looks good. Looks good.
And Andrew, that's what's funny, bro. That's exactly how my live stream got its name.
Yep.
When I got the brand new internet and everything started working fine with the brand new computer, no more lag.
Yeah.
Hence the no lag zone.
And you learned from that, and you grew from that experience.
Yeah, so you've always got to, and that's going to be a beautiful transition into our next little segment here. Because like we were joking about in the green room, if you're not failing, you're not trying.
Yep. Yeah.
Because nobody gets everything perfect right away. And if you do, you are a gift from the God above.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because like my buddy Jersey Joe likes to go, I can tell you what's not hurting on me easier than what I can tell you is. I can tell you so many ways I've screwed things up. When I hear you did good, I'm like, huh? Get out of here with that,
Yeah, no, I agree. If you're going through life just staying idle, and that's kind of where I was at before I joined the beard community. I was content being where I was at, and I was content just going through life the way I was always moving, and not trying to grow or build myself or learn anything new. I was just, I was, like I said, I was kind of on a standstill. So getting out there and just learning from all the beard content I was watching and building a new relationship with, or trying to find a new, what should I say? I can't find the words for it, but trying to find a new passion, I guess. It's something that can better me. And what better than men's grooming? I mean, that's what men's grooming is about, is taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, and presenting yourself in a way that you feel better about yourself. So it was a great field to get into. And I love it so much that I'm ready to learn more every day.
Well, I mean, it's amazing. I think Dan C said it in one of his videos. Your beard will teach you a lot about yourself.
Yes,
like
it will.
In some of my earlier videos, I had this big dead white patch from stress.
Yeah.
It wouldn't grow in there for some reason. Yeah. So I had to change a whole bunch about diet, intake, water, everything.
Yep.
Just to gray hairs. But still,
Gray hairs. Yeah, I know what that's all about.
They look good.
The first thing she said all night that I believe without going really.
Yeah.
Exactly. You rock what you got.
Yes,
like
you
I tell
do.
My kids, I had none of these before I met you.
I'm not happy with my beard. And I have a lot of people say that your beard's awesome. I wish I had a beard like that. But I think we all I'm really hard on myself a lot.
I'm very proud of this beard.
I am. Well,
Twice
one
now.
thing.
I believe that too.
This beard got me out of that funk that I was in. And I think you're grateful for that, because I was in a bad place. So beard care is self-care. It really is.
Agreed.
And going back to, I'm really hard on myself, and really you just got to be proud of what you've got, and you got to try to be proud of what you've got every day. Like you said, rock what you've got. And that's what that's another thing I've been trying to learn the last year or so is stop being so hard on myself, and just know that most of the stuff that I'm thinking inside I'm projecting it onto other, you know what I mean? So I probably got lost on that conversation, on that one right there.
No, and that's a perfect thing, because now we're going to talk about mental health. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And I love how you put that about how you were locking things away inside.
Yeah.
And I've always said this on my show, and it's so true. The more you push things down is the less space you have for anything. Yeah. Because sooner or later, if you remember those old trick can, like open it up, it's popcorn and things come shooting out.
Yeah.
That's what all your problems are going to do.
Yeah.
Because if you keep going, no, it's tomorrow's problem. No, it's tomorrow's problem. No, it's tomorrow's problem.
Yep.
It's going to bite you in that ass.
Yep.
And especially with you being a family man, something I've had to learn. And like you said, you were projecting it out.
Yeah.
I've got 3 kids, and I've got 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the scariest things I have to do every single morning is look in that mirror and go, do you like yourself?
Yeah.
Because if not, I got to change, because I'm setting the example for my daughters of who a guy should be.
100%. And for my son, and I worry all the time that my kids are going to be too much like me and have some of those things inside that they have to deal with. And I already know my oldest daughter's 19, and she's dealt with depression, anxiety, pretty severe at times. And so I know that they get a little bit. I've dealt with that in my life too. I'm diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and it's something I deal with daily. It's something, like you said, you have to get up in the mirror and basically tell yourself to get going every day, and that this is worth it, and everything's going to be all right. Because it's hard to wake up. It's hard to wake up feeling that way. It really is.
I agree. I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous, but especially at my age, where I sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies, getting out of bed, the snap, crackle, pop.
Right.
And then it's like, I got to get moving, got to get kids ready for school. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to worry about this.
Yeah.
And it's just certain points of the day I get up and I'm like, I don't even know how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not talking about, oh, I got coffee, I'm good now. No, it's just like, you know.
And I could flip that around and say, you know, I've gotten up and felt, you know, I'm 40 years old, so it's in my head. It's like, come on, snap out of this. You're old enough that you shouldn't feel this way. Like, why do you feel like that? No, mental health is not something to push aside like that. You need to own it. You need to own the fact that there's something going on and that you need to look harder at it each morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really own that fact, not try to push it aside and say, oh, you're better than this. This isn't, because deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it, it's going to be one of those snakes that pops out of that jar.
Yes, sir.
So
now, one of the things I like to ask people, and, you know, Chastity, you can play along too, because you're obviously part of this stream.
Wait, you see me?
Right? She hasn't moved in like 5 minutes. So when you find yourself kind of losing it, what's the grounding method that you use to get yourself back under control? It's for both of you. So whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
what's a grounding tool?
Yeah. What do you guys use? How do you pull yourself back from just like, I'm going to get
One
a
thing
shotgun
at
and
a
go thin out the
time.
herd, you know?
My kids, my family and my kids pull me back in. If I'm ever having a thought in my mind, you know, or negativity comes through, I can think about this little guy over here and my daughters and my wife. And not just that, but I have her to talk to and she can kind of pull me back down a little bit. But my family, I would say 100% is my saving grace. That's there. I am here for my family 100% and they are here for me. So anything else you want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, you said it all. We're good. It's one thing that I tell a lot of people. Before I met my better half and I got my family, because I got the two who are currently living with me with her until we made Brianna. I was a boy until I met my family.
Yeah.
And I met them later on in life. And I became a man later on in life.
Yep.
And it's a heck of a responsibility when you're raising two that are not yours, but you love them like they were.
No.
Even though I make jokes with my kid, like you're going to see in a step-parent vlog coming out soon where, you know, dumpster babies, you know, it's like pack everything. You're moving in the dumpster. I'm tired of you. And they're like, but we don't want to leave. I'm like, too bad. You know,
those step-parent vlogs are good. I miss those, Chris.
Oh, they're coming back.
Yep.
They're coming back. I already filmed one. It should be released probably Friday.
Okay.
But
I'll be looking for that.
Yeah, no, they're back. There's a lot of things like I normally do this at the end, but I'm going to give a spoiler. A channel update that I haven't done in a while is coming back tomorrow. That video is already uploaded.
Okay.
You know, I'm getting back to things on my channel that brought me a lot of joy, as opposed to chasing numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, and that goes back to not just if you're not learning something or if the things you're doing daily aren't bringing you joy, what's the point?
Change it. Exactly.
Change it. Exactly.
Change it up really, really hard.
Yep.
Now, one of the other things I ask people, I know with the news, depending what station you watch, you're going to get the country's either incredibly dark, the country's incredibly hopeful, or somewhere right in the middle. How do you guys control that in your life, not giving into that fear, that anxiety, that whatever, that every single day you get up and the COVID monster, yeah, I said it, I'm probably going to get demonetized or pulled, I don't care, is walking down the street trying to kill everybody?
Would you first have to watch the news to think about those things?
There you go.
Yeah,
we check the weather, but
we don't watch the news a lot.
We're too busy.
We stay up with some local news and stuff, but that's one way to do it, is not to watch the news. But I've got so much Well, just like I said, I've got so much. Yeah, go ahead. Internal stuff that I have to deal with daily. That if I try to worry about everything else that's going on in the world, there's no way I'd make it. So that's what I just stay grounded and try to stay out of all that, because if I put my mind
again.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I don't know if I'm still here or is that you're in, Chris?
I knew it. I'm back. I knew
Okay.
it. I said the magic word. Look what happened.
There you go. So if I just keep myself out of all that, try as much as I can. I know there's sometimes you can't, but I try to just stay focused on what I'm doing and what I want to do, and keep up with some of the guys that I've made friends with here in the community, and that keeps me grounded and keeps me leveled out. So
Good answer.
yeah.
I mean, I usually watch like an hour a day, and for anyone wondering, I freely admit this. I watch Fox at 2:00 my time because I'm Pacific, which would be 5:00 Eastern, because they have the 5 and Dana Perino's on the 5, and I've always had a crush on her since she was a press secretary. So I just watched to sit there and be like, "Hi, yeah,
Yeah.
my day's good." Bearded Troy says he has to stay focused. He's very forgetful.
Yeah. Troy knows me too well. Thanks,
So
Troy.
Okay,
Thanks.
you mentioned you're running a gas station.
Yes.
All right. Now, I've worked at like a 7-Eleven-ish type thing.
Mhm.
What's it like out there? I mean, like in South Dakota there, huh?
Yeah, they're out here in South Dakota, eh? It's slow a lot of times. It can get really slow in the year here at times. In the wintertime, there's maybe 3 or 4 months out of the year where we're lucky to get maybe 3-4 people walk through the door sometimes. So,
Wow.
yeah, it gets really tough. And, we get snow up here in South Dakota, obviously. So they close the roads down and we might not get anyone in, maybe a couple locals. So, we really have to expand on the summer traffic as much as we can and try to push as much product as we can during the summer and keep the shelves full. Because if we don't, that's our time of the year to shine, So
Right.
we really have to take advantage of those months, the summer months. We have Sturgis up here, the bike rally.
I was about to ask you, how close are you to Sturgis?
So
Because that's gonna be really profitable for a gas station if you're anywhere close.
I'm 200 miles from Sturgis, so we still get a lot of traffic coming in from that. Obviously, all coming from the east, but we even get people from the west coming through that are just traveling. Tourism in the state has increased, I would say, drastically in the last few years. So that's helped us out a ton too. A lot of travelers out there, people in campers coming in that keep us going. And the last couple of years, we've really shined. Where last year, when it was such a hard year for a lot of people, South Dakota obviously never closed down. So we had a bunch of people coming through the state, and we had one of our best years we've ever had. So to take advantage of those hard times sometimes, I mean, even though there's so many people out there in a route, you can't let it get you down and stop you from doing what you need to do. And that kind of goes back to listening to the news too much and trying to pay attention too much what's going on. Focus on what you need to do first. I mean, because that's what really matters, is what you need to do and what your friends are out there doing. Those are the two things that matter the most. After that, then you can worry about the rest. So
I agree. And Troy, I'm telling you, if you got a chance to go. It is an amazing experience. It really truly
come on
is.
up, Troy. We'll go. I did Bourbon Street with you, so you got to do Sturgis with me once. So that's I'll hold you to that one.
I was going to touch on that. How was that experience for you, being down there with everything going on? J. Cruz, everything.
It was a blast. It was amazing. It was exactly how actually it was better than I pictured it. So, getting to know J. Cruz and Walt was down there with us, and Troy obviously was down there with us. Just goes to show that everything I've said about the people in this community and how good they are, it's 100% true.
Peach.
Hey, Dan C., how are you?
All right, so I do have to ask this, all right?
Yeah.
Because I've had some friends who have met Healthy.
Yep.
Is he the same to you off screen as he is on screen.
Yeah, he is. I would say he is. He's very energetic on screen. Like on Jay Cruz is definitely, he can build up the excitement, and he's awesome for that. And he has so much excitement on screen. He doesn't have as much excitement off screen. I will say that. He saves a little bit of that for the CMU, and I respect that. Respectfully, of course.
Respectfully, of course, yeah.
But when you're putting on a show like that, you got to save a little bit of energy, because man, he's just full of life on screen. It's amazing. I love what Jay Cruz does.
Well, obviously, I can't watch that much of him live. I mean, wonder why, but still, it's like I love giving him crap every so often in messages. I'm like, can you just like get sick one week, please? I could use the views.
Well, I'm not going to put any words in mouth, but I know he has talked about moving times. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
look,
I'm not going to speak for him because I can't.
No, and I hope everybody watching this is not taking that in a bad way.
No.
When I first took over Tuesday nights, that was way back when Mo the Bearded Shark had Shark Talk on Tuesdays, and he quit. Okay. And I was looking at doing a live stream, and I'm like, well, if Mo's gone, I'm taking that time slot.
Mm-hmm.
Way back when, nobody was on a Tuesday but like me and another dude later on. Now it's like everybody and their grandma is on Tuesday right between 5 and 7 o'clock my time. I'm like,
it's hard to find any openings on YouTube.
Yeah.
It really is. I was thinking about when we had the regard, I was thinking about that and then I was thinking about moving a time, and I thought, well, when would I even move it to? Because their schedules are booked on YouTube all the time. So if you're ever wanting to find some great people and hang out, there's usually a channel on YouTube you can go find throughout the day. So,
oh yeah, and a channel that I'm seriously going to, I gotta plug it. It's called First We Eat. I found it by total mistake. There's this channel that brings on celebrities, and he asks some questions while they're eating hot wings.
Okay.
And each hot wing gets progressively hotter, like massively hotter.
Okay.
And it's so funny watching the breakdown and the reactions and the yelling and the screaming. And Dan, if you're still in here, Theo Vaughn was part of it. Oh, First We Feast. Thank you, Vato. Thought it was First We Eat. Sorry.
I'll have to look into that.
It's so funny watching their reactions. I'm like, oh my God. The first one was Gordon Ramsay, and yeah.
What a better experience, like the whole breaking bread. So, you're sitting down together and all you're eating and talking together. So that makes sense for a live stream. That's perfect.
Oh, like every single one of his videos has like between 10 and 20 million views.
Okay.
And I'm like, I see why.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll have to go look into that. First We Feast.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay brought like a shopping cart with him of things to help bring down the heat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
She's a big Gordon Ramsay fan. So
it was awesome. I can't spoil it, but Gordon did something in the middle of part of it. I spit soda all over my wall from laughing. I'm like, he did not just do that.
Yeah, he does some crazy stuff. I know that Gordon Ramsay does. We've watched a lot of his shows because she's a big fan of Gordon Ramsay. So
yeah, Iron Wings. I know. I just found it by mistake. Okay, it's a great channel. All right, man. I know you've got to go back to work soon, so I'm trying to get us at that hour mark. I do ask this of everyone, especially seeing how you're a company owner. I know you're dropping a huge product on Saturday on The Hype.
Mm-hmm.
How long was that in development?
That was in development before I was part of Copper John. So that's been in development for at least over a month. How long has it been?
Like
2 months? Yeah, it's been in development for a little while. So I can't give too much, and obviously I can't give too much information about it anyway.
I don't want any.
But no, they've been working on that for a few months and been working hard on it. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that like it.
Are you working on a Casey signature scent? for Copper Johns?
We've talked about it. We've talked about it.
Smile. I see that smile.
I played around with a few things before. I was never very good at it. So, but Tyson has mentioned that we'll sit down and maybe hone some things together and we can put something together. So, yeah.
Nice. It's really strange. Normally when you see companies doing on their scale up, you see a lot of failures. I haven't seen that many from you guys, and I think that's cool.
There's always small little failures that happen all the time, whether it be with a meeting that we had that wasn't as progressive as it could have been, or, there's little failures here and there that you guys won't see. But we learn from it. Definitely. There's the small, if you can learn from those small things, that will reduce the amount of big things you have to go through. So
I teach it to my kids every single day, but I've used it in a different phrase that I was taught from a sergeant in the military. If you whoop the monkey's butts, the gorillas will leave you alone.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So I love that correlation between the two, because if you take care of the small stuff, you'll never really have to take care of the big things.
Or when the big things come, you'll be more prepared to face them.
Yeah,
I would say, because big mistakes will happen. They're always going to happen. Well, hopefully the big mistakes don't happen, but mistakes are going to happen, and it's just a matter of how prepared you are when they do happen. That's the biggest thing.
Now, you see, Iron Wings, you're going to get a little bit of fun here, okay? Because you got basically 3 points of view. You got a company owner, you have a reviewer, and you got a second reviewer. But I'm going to open my big mouth first. And Casey, I want you to think about this question. All right. What serves better for views, bro? And that's what's really hard, is you never know what's going to trip that algorithm. And you never know what's going to catch people. And you never know what's going to hook people. You're going to know your audience of your channel better than anybody on the planet.
Oh.
Like that Gerber multi-tool that I just released this week. I didn't realize there was other views up. So mine is suffering because everybody's already seen it. Now, last year around this time, I released a review about a Gerber blade. A Gerber multi-tool. And it shot through the roof for views. One of the best things I ever did for my channel, because I caught it on day one. And went, it's just been released. Here we go. Things that already have a lot of reviews up, you could run into the risk of people going, I'm so burnt out about hearing about, and that's a really good thing, because I have to film a video on this. Through Night sent me a flashlight.
Okay.
I was like, that's cool. A company's reaching out to me and telling me we want to send you product.
No.
But they also sent it to 250 other YouTube channels.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just, bro, get your content out, get things moving, and you're going to figure out what's going to work really, really cool.
So how do you feel about that flashlight review? Is that something you have to do, or is it something that you are going to choose to do?
I said I'd do the review, so I'm going to do it, because I always hold myself to my word. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I better die instead of not doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm like...
It comes down to how you feel about the channel, and too. I mean, I said sometimes. Obviously, if you have a word, you got to hold up to your word. But you got to be happy with where your channel is going and the progression of your channel. And because if you're not, what goes back to, if you're not having joy with what you're doing daily, why are you doing it? So if you're not happy with the progression of your channel, change something. Do something to change it, and so you can find that joy with what you're doing.
He's still starting out, and he's going to go places because he's got a great attitude on things.
Yeah.
But it's just, he needs to get his reviews out. That's just my opinion. And yes, please shut your eyes for a moment, because
content is king, they say, a lot of them, but quality is king as well. I've heard someone else, very wise man, say that as well. So you want the best, you want a little bit of both. You want to make sure you're getting enough content out there, but you want to make sure the quality is good enough that people want to watch it too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've always said content is king, because if you're not producing videos, no one's going to watch your stuff.
Right.
But
there's nothing to watch. Yeah.
Something they want to watch.
Right. If you don't put anything on your YouTube channel, there's nothing there for them to watch. So you got to release videos to be relevant. But and I don't think you always have to have the newest and best thing to stay relevant. I think people when it comes down to it, there's a lot of people that are subscribed to you that are just there to watch you. They don't care what you're doing on the video. They're here to watch you, you know? So we all need to remember that too. As I guess when I was doing content creation, I had to remind myself of that all the time, that, they were actually there to watch me, and it didn't really matter what I was doing on the screen. They were just there to watch us. So
he's speaking a lot of truth, because when I first started my channel, I set a limit on like the knife reviews. I can only spend under $100 on a blade, because I've seen so many channels doing $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 pieces of equipment. I couldn't afford that. So I stayed within my area and started progressing forward. But still, we're coming up on that hour, guys, and I know he's got stuff he has to do, so I'm honoring his time frame tonight. So no offense, we're going to kind of get the wrap-up thing here.
Yeah, I got to go into work tonight, guys. I'd love to stay. This flew by, honestly. I looked up and it's 56 minutes. Like, holy cow! But I got to go back and close in the store. We were trying to train someone to close the store for us, but I'm still going in at nights to help him close down. So,
well, it's all good. So we're gonna hit the wrap up here, and this is what I do all the time.
Thank you for having me on, Chris.
Not yet. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, with all this weird stuff going on, I always throw out a challenge. All right. And it's the same challenge I've been throwing out for about 7 months now. With lockdowns, mask restrictions, the dreaded C word that I said earlier that caused both of us to get off the screen. I challenge everyone, just call somebody. I usually say 3, but call somebody this coming week. Call somebody you haven't talked to in a while and just see how they're doing. Just call them and go, hey, how are you? And then be brave enough to listen, because you never know how that could change a person's life.
Yeah.
Just that phone call.
100%.
Now, I know we got to get you going. Is there anything you two want to add to that? I mean, Chastity, you've got like another 8 words I think we can use.
No, I think it's great. It's really got me thinking there.
That's you've got me thinking before with that, Chris. After I watched one of the no lag zones, the next day I took the time and called a few people, and not only it helped me too. I mean, I know that sounds kind of selfish maybe, but and I don't mean it that way, but I was glad that I was able to help the person I was talking to, but in turn, it helped me a little bit too on the other side of it. So, 100% reach out to those who you maybe haven't talked to in a little while. And I need to do the same thing. So I've got a few people I need to call tomorrow now, Chris. So
sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
I usually ask people this, because like I said, I already dropped the spoiler. Tomorrow's video is a channel update. Do you, as Copper Johns, other than the hype, have anything coming up that you may want to let people know about?
No, we'll leave it at that. Saturday night at the hype, everyone come on out. It's going to be a great show. It always is with Dave. Dave's a blast, and
I agree.
And he's the hype man for a reason. So, no, everyone come on out. It's going to be a great show, and I hope we all have fun. So,
okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, stay there. I'm going to roll the outro. I got to talk to you in the green room real quick, and then I'm going to let you get back to work.
Okay.
So everyone who's watching this, we're about to hit that outro. So watch for tomorrow's video. Go check out Copper Johns. I think I still have a discount code with them. That's TCTBNL 15 or 10. I don't have an affiliate. I have a discount, and it was a reason for that. But still, check them out. Chastity. See, I told you. You'd have a lot of fun. I had you laughing a couple times. So
I talk a lot. I really do.
We believe you.
Yeah.
No, she really does.
I really do. I just
cool. We're gonna hit that outro. Don't go anywhere.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest tonight, if we had one, and yes, I'm pre-recording this, or that you might have enjoyed an open mic night or whatever the heck just happened. We're going to try to do these every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever you guys are in between and around the world. Next week, we should have another amazing guest or something really cool for you to watch. Thanks so much for watching all this stuff, guys, and we'll see you in our next one.